orders. So he's done 87, 89, 90. So he's got 3 more executive orders from the last time we went over this. The first one, this was signed March 14, 2025. It's continuing the reduction of the federal bureaucracy. That's a good one. Why do we need more federal bureaucracy? We need less of that. Why would anyone complain about that executive order? Addressing risks from Paul Wise. I don't know who that is. That one's March 14, 25. Additional resources of harmful executive orders and actions, signed March 14, 2025. And then this one we already read, the Restoring Public Service Loan Forgiveness, establishing the White House Task Force. I missed an accident I could have been on live for earlier. I missed that shit. I'm always missing good shit when I'm not live. I wasn't even going to start a live right now. Then something happens to make me have to say, hey, I can't miss that. And it's like, fuck, I wish I was doing a live. I could have just caught an accident. Somebody rear-ended a Dodge Charger. Establishing the White House Task Force on the FIFA World Cup 2026. And you also got establishing of the Strategic Bitcoin Reserve, the United States Digital Asset Stockpile. Alright, I want to know what this one is up here. What is addressing risks from Paul Weiss? And by the way, you know, it's crazy how these people, before we go over that order, it's crazy how, like, Obama and fucking Joe Biden, fucking, they word things to make it sound like it's good. They're what they did, but it's really not. Like, alright, last night I was talking with my lady about or 2 nights ago, we were talking about the one, what was it? It was like American, it was like American something. I don't remember what she said. But then I looked it up. I'm like, no, cutting American aid. That was what we were talking about. Cutting the American aid. And I was like, why do you want to cut American aid? That's good. I'm like, no, that's not what it means. It means us giving our money to other countries. And she's like, no. And then I looked it up and there you go. Yep, I was right. Basically, it sounds like it's good for America, but it's not. It's not American aid for America. It's American aid fucking to give our money to other fucking countries for some stupid reason. Like, why would we want to do that? Why would anybody want to fucking not want that? I mean, why would anybody want that? I don't get it. That's a shitty thing. Why are we giving our money to fucking Ukraine and other countries? We need to keep the money here. So here, let's read that one executive order. Addressing the risk from Paul Weiss, I don't know who that is, by the authority vested in me as the president. Fucking potholes! God damn it, this is like a fucking war zone right here, man. If Trump took his fucking beast through there, I guarantee you the spring shocks, bushings would have to be changed after going under that underpass. Might break one of the springs, it's so heavy. I mean, I'm sure it wouldn't. I'm just saying, these are fucking bad, these potholes. Like, they really need to fix those. And right under this bridge, too. Oh, look at that old work truck. Built Ford Tough. And they're still using it for work, it looks like. I wonder if that's been going strong since it was made for that company, or if they bought it and said, hey, let's just use a classic truck. Oh, there's an abandoned place to go in. Oh, no, that's not abandoned. Correct that. That's not abandoned. But let's drive through fucking Crater Side. Oh my god, these potholes are vicious. That's the pothole shaking the car. So man. These potholes are as bad as getting bit by a shark. What the fuck is this idiot stuff blocking the road? Whoa, dude. Dude almost came on and hit me. So, here, back to the... I can't go over those right now. Give me a second. There's a lot of potholes here. Yeah, but that's good. We want to get rid of that fucking American aid shit. Get rid of that shit, Trump. Good job. Hey, them gas prices, though. You know why they spiked? Because those green pea fucking weirdos, they were, what were they doing? They were fucking stopping the Keystone Pipeline workers from getting back to work. You probably didn't see that on the news. You gotta do your own research on that. Because I was wondering, I'm like, man, it's been 50 days now. Why hasn't Trump got them workers back on that wall, but why not the Keystone Pipeline? And as soon as he gets them back to work on that Keystone Pipeline, you got them fucking green pea hippies blocking the workers from letting us make our own oil. God damn it, I'm behind a funeral. I wonder how long that funeral line is. I would have to put in my funeral, no passing Cook County Jail. That is not the last place I want to pass before I die, or after being dead. No passing any jails and courthouses. This fat slob. Blech. You could fit fucking like 5 of me inside of her pants. Fat, nasty slob. And that's hard to get rid of. Belly fat. Shit, I noticed I was getting a little belly fat. I'm like, I gotta go on a diet. No fat for me. We're continuing on with those executive orders. So section 1, we're talking about addressing the risk from Paul Weiss. Is that the fucking, judge that was trying to fucking go against Trump and put him in jail? Paul Weiss? I don't know what his name was. Background global law firms have for years. Sorry, I gotta go back to avoiding potholes. There shouldn't be any cracks in the street, but that Brandon Johnson motherfucker still, even with Trump in there, he still fucking wants to try to put the money towards the goddamn immigrants. Why? Fix our fucking roads. You're a shitty mayor. You don't fix the fucking roads. Okay, we all need to do a class action lawsuit against the city of Chicago fucking for these goddamn potholes. And them not fixing them. Because I'd rather put the money towards migrants than fixing the fucking roads for Americans. And don't think all those people from 1308 Elston just vanished. They didn't all get deported. They're hiding them. They're hiding them in apartment buildings. The ones with kids, they probably moved to that Marine base. What's up with the radio? I hate this radio, man. Don't ever get this shit. I mean, it is good in a way, but if I ever got another one of these, I would get a much better one. I thought this was I mean, it's okay. It's just really slow, and it fucking always has problems. Right now, I'm trying to reset the shit and don't want to reset. Ah, there it goes. I had to use a toothpick. It takes forever to turn on, too. I got to turn on for that shit. Hold on. That's what I do. Alright, so where did I leave off at? Yeah, the executive orders. Hold on. I hate this fucking radio. I mean, it's cool, but I hate it at the same time. So fucking slow. I mean, it got the features I want. I mean, it's even got a normal radio on it. You can use it as a normal radio like this.
Any text. That's *488 to receive
how loud it goes. It needs an amplifier too.
Solutions from Comcast Business help turn today's enterprises into engines of modern business.
I know, sound buttons.
It's how retailers become logistics masters. Supply chain transforming, seamlessly restocking, frictionless paying.
God damn it. Clean up. 159. Clean up some more. Don't need to clean. Yeah, you do need to clean it. It's running slow as shit. copyright for music.
Butterfly jumbo shrimp hits the spot
There. I just
every
want to see how
time.
loud it goes.
Whatever you order, I promise it will be made with love by...
I mean, that's not the loudest it goes, but... Hold on, now I screwed it up. I wonder if I got the Power Ranger channel. Turn that stupid shit off. Hold on. I'm waiting for loading. And don't be mad at Elon Musk because he's trying to, like, Elon Musk don't need any of y'all's information. Elon Musk fucking has more than enough money. I mean, the man's fucking shooting rockets into space, cleaning up Joe Biden's mess of fucking leaving astronauts abandoned in space for fucking, like, fucking 8 months. 9 months they were left abandoned, and the other people on this, the other countries connected to the International Space Station were fucking feeding our astronauts. Because Joe Biden's a dickhead. Hang on. Ooh, Beavis and Butthead. Always get out of the way for ambulances, by the way. Don't block an ambulance. Block other shit. Don't block ambulances and fire trucks, though. This is the Marine base again. I made that up. Hang on, this fucking shit's slow as shit. So that guy just avoided a... Oh, I see what he avoided. Holy shit, that was a street. That silver Jeep, or Chevy, I mean Equinox. You saw him veer off? It's because there was a giant fucking crater in the road. It would have flattened your tire. Like, the sewers shouldn't be bumpy like that. See how bumpy that sewer is? You see the screen shake? I need the city of Chicago to pay me for a new suspension. Including bushings and ball joints. And not limited to any other damage these fucking potholes might have caused. I can't believe it was snowing last night. We got like a good inch of snow and now it's all melting. It's 40 degrees out. All that beautiful snow just melted away. Half the people didn't even see it melt. Sorry, I'm avoiding potholes. I can't go over these. Oop, big pothole there. I really can't go over these executive orders. Or 91 executive orders right now. The fuck does this guy got? Why the fuck does he got that on his grill? Yeah, one side of his Pontiac grill covered up. And like, about those Teslas. Like, I personally don't like Teslas because I think hydrogen-powered cars would be much, much better. And less harmful to the environment. But that's lighting them Teslas on fire and shit, man. That's just wrong. Y'all shouldn't be doing that, whoever's doing that. I mean, I don't like Teslas, but our gas cars are currently safer right now. Trump got rid of... Motherfucker, I should have floored it. Big pothole there, I saw him fall in that. I know to avoid that. Fuck.
Zelensky, you can't keep pouting over your meeting with President Trump. You need to go back to him and demand more money for Ukraine. If you don't get more money, then me and a lot of other people can't profit from the military-industrial complex. No, you can't make me. I know you made yourself look like a little boy having a tantrum on national television. Counting on you to get more money for Ukraine for me. Maybe he's grumpy because he has to go to the bathroom. Oh, good thinking, Maxine. Does my widow president have to make a boom boom? I know you'll get grumpy when you have a poopy in your tummy. No, I don't have poopy in my tummy. Sorry I'm late. Is he still refusing to get more money for Ukraine for us? Yes. I think he's grumpy because he has to make a boom boom. I don't have to boom boom. Okay, well then you
That's
have
the
to be a big
Ukrainian
boy and go
president.
ask for more money for
It's a
Ukraine for me.
cartoon,
No,
it's not
Trump too
real,
scary.
but-
He not have dementia. Last president I asked for money. He say, who? What? Where am I? Rights check. Easy. I see.
Joe
There's nothing
Biden.
to be afraid of, little guy. You know we have your back. After all, the official position of the Democratic Party is that we don't care about humanity. We care about money for Ukraine for us. Zelensky, you can't keep pouting over your meeting with President Trump. You need to go back to him and demand more money for you.
Oh, is this the guy that makes them? Common Sense News got their shit from here. There's another one.
Dive into delicious with a classic Wisconsin fish fry at Culver's.
Elizabeth, we are facing another constitutional crisis. Donald Trump's trying to deport the Venezuelans. That's right, Maxine. Trinidad has as much a right to be here as anyone else. It's not their fault the only job experience they have is murders and trafficking. That's right, Maxine. It's a great injustice, Chuck. I just wish there was a way to stop the racist deportations. Maybe we can call Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. That's a great
This is a
idea,
cartoon,
Maxine.
by the
She'll
way.
know what to do. Alexandria, it's Elizabeth. We're trying to stop Trump from deporting Venezuelans. I see. I sympathize with those gang members, Elizabeth. I remember one year my family hosted one for Christmas. Carlos surprised me with a head in a box. It was the most thoughtful gift I've ever received. I heard a rumor of a no-nonsense judge that could help you. Really? Who is it? Judge Judy. I just saw an episode where she blocked a man from getting out of child support. She could easily stop these racist deportations. Chuck and Elizabeth, you want to make it so Donald can't deport Venezuelan gangs, is that right? Well, as you know, I'm 1/1000th Cherokee. I'm also 1/1000th Venezuelan. My parents even owned a little Venezuelan child who they raised to be a very creative butcher. For Thanksgiving, he would serve us all a
butcher.
turkey with a tongue pulled through its neck. That's why we can't deport these people. Who knows what other charming traditions we'd miss out on? Exactly. Donald Trump has no right to say Trinidad are bad people. And if that's not convincing enough, we'll pay you $20,000. Well, that makes sense to me. As a no-nonsense TV judge, I have just as much power as the president. I will block the deportations.
That's funny. See what else they got.
I'm Rachel Maddow, and this is the Rachel Maddow Show. Recently, President Trump decided to make a black kid with cancer an honorary Secret Service agent. Personally, I think it's disgusting. If Trump really wanted to honor someone, he should have honored a black kid with cancer who's also gay and stands by Ukraine. Joining me to defend this behavior is John Fetterman. Go ahead, John. Well, I don't see what the issue is, Rachel. I think our party's behavior was pretty deplorable that night. So right-wing propaganda, that's all you have to say to defend this? You probably think that black kid with cancer is brave, is that it? Well, yes, obviously. That kid's not brave, John. Did he go through gender reassignment surgery? Is he Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez? Is he a fat chick? Is he a fatty? I have enormous jugs because I'm a fat chick? Those people are brave, John. Speaking of brave, I'd like to bring out my next guest, Al Green. Al, I understand you're trying to impeach the president again. That's right, Rachel. I will be impeaching the president again on the basis of dastardly deeds proposed and dastardly deeds done. Wow. And what kind of dastardly deeds have been done? Well, I was removed from Trump's speech because I am a black man. And to add insult to injury, they honored a black child who has something called brain cancer. It's absolutely dastardly to imagine you have a disease. Al, the cancer isn't imaginary. It's in his brain. That is what I am saying. This child who has brain cancer is stealing Medicaid benefits from people whose diseases are not all in their mind. That is why we need to impeach the president again.
Again. He was never actually impeached. This is a cartoon, so you know. Fat ass across the street. What's the whole video of that? Oh, here's another thing with Zelensky.
You might know Harbor Freight for affordability. What you
keep pouting over your meeting with President Trump. You need to go back to him and demand more money for Ukraine. If you don't get more money, then me and a lot of other people can't profit from the military-industrial complex.
This is a full video,
you can't
not a
make
short.
me. I know you made yourself look like a little boy having a tantrum on national television,
Yeah.
but I'm counting on you to get more money for Ukraine for me. Maybe he's grumpy because he has to go to the bathroom. Oh, good thinking, Maxine. Does my widow president have to make a boom boom? I know you get grumpy when you have a poopy in your tummy. No, I don't have poopy in my tummy. Sorry I'm late. Is he still refusing to get more money for Ukraine for us? Yes. I think he's grumpy because he has to make a boom boom. I don't have to boom boom. Okay, well then you have to be a big boy and go ask for more money for Ukraine for me. No, Trump too scary. He not have dementia. Last president I asked for money. He say, who? What? Where am I? Rights check. Easy. I see.
Joe Biden.
There's nothing to be afraid of, little guy. You know we have your back. After all, the official position of the Democratic Party is that we don't care about humanity. We care about money for Ukraine for us. Maybe we can call Trump and ask for the money ourselves. Oh, good idea, Maxine. Hello, JD? Where's Donald? I demand you put him on the phone. He made our widow president very upset. I can put Donald on the phone, if you say the magic word. What? I said I'll put Donald on the phone, but first you have to say the magic word. Damn it, JD! I don't have time for your games. I need at least $450 billion more for Ukraine for me, so you put Donald on and make him pay. Hello, JD?
That's all there is for that. Oh, here, fill in with Trump.
Exclusive.
Let's get to the fucking interview.
These pro-Hamas agitators,
Potholes everywhere.
as you did with Khalil from Columbia. It was a former student at Columbia. Is there any concern that in a Democratic administration, that same provision could be used to deport more conservative thinkers who are also immigrants to the United States? Let's say they're Chinese freedom
This is Trump directly
dissidents
answering, by the
from
way.
China or others.
Look, no system is perfect, but you say, as I was with Khalil, well, Khalil's not exactly an easy one either, because some judge, glommed onto him. But think of it, the Democrats lost big, and you look at what's happening with Schumer, but the Democrats lost big because of the stupidity of, they're backing these 90% negative things from their standpoint. Men and women sports, transgender for everybody, all of this stuff, they're all for it.
He's right.
And they're still fighting for it. But now they have a new one. We're going to back murderers, killers, and people that hate our country. We're going to back people that hate Israel,
making
want to
money off
destroy
of
it.
it.
People that are murderers, people that are horrible. We're going to back them. I think that might be 100% issue for us. They don't ever find an issue that's like a good
Politically very helpful.
No, politically. I mean, this is not backing Khalil is not a great
This
issue.
isn't a cartoon.
But
This is
backing
real, by
Khalil is
the
better
way.
than backing these other,
This is actually Trump
hundreds of
talking.
people that are really serious criminals. It's probably a step better than that.
The EB-5 visas, you've spoken about them in the fraud and abuse of that process over years. They're basically immigrant investment visas. $800,000, you can get a fast track to a green card. You don't have to speak English. You don't have to have a special skill, but
should have to at
it's
least
very
speak
popular.
English.
It's a big long line of people waiting to get these.
We're going to have one that's
visas.
much more popular.
But the golden visa, which you're obviously backing, probably is going to have to go through Congress. We'll see if they actually do that. But $5 million investment from a foreigner coming into the United States. Why should our citizenship be purchased for any amount of money, especially given the fact that you're America first, given
Sure.
the types of people who have
why.
$5 million to throw
all
down
right. That sounds
for
right.
a visa or for
We
a
don't want
permanent
bad, cheap
residency.
people
That's
coming
why,
in this country.
because I'm America first. Because at $5 million, you're getting a lot
agree.
of things, but you're getting $5 million. Let's say we sell 1 million of them.
Get rid of
That's
property
$5 trillion.
taxes with that money.
We are now a unbelievably successful country, paying down tremendous amounts of debt. It's all going to pay down debt. We're going to have very little debt.
That's
Separate
good.
But if you did, think of it, if you
Trump-
did
Joe Biden increased
$5
their
million.
debt.
Now, generally, people that can pay $5 million are going to be job producers, okay? They're going to be successful. They're going to produce jobs. But here's another
He's
thing.
right.
Apple
true.
comes to me. A lot of companies come to me. They say, sir, we just made a deal to hire the #1 student at the Wharton School of Finance or at Harvard Business School.
7 hours
or
ago.
anything else, or MIT or Stanford or any of it. But they're going to throw them out of the country the day after graduation.
Yeah, right.
They'll
Why are
buy
we
these.
schooling them just
Why
to
should
throw
any
them out of the
American kid
country?
become
I
a
agree
And
with
by the way,
that.
they're going to call it either the gold card. The problem
So
is
we're
there's many
educating
gold
other
cards.
countries.
Well,
Why?
I will tell you what my people want to call it. It'll drive you crazy. It'll drive the left crazy. They want to call it the Trump card because the Trump card sells much better than the gold card. Everybody has a
So you're not worried
Let's
about
make it
any
the Trump card.
unsavory
I like
people
that.
coming in and
Yeah,
taking.
I'm worried about unsavory, in which case we're going
You're going to be
That'd
back.
be a
give them
good
the money
name
back
for the
and they get out.
citizenship card, the Trump
They'll be
card.
properly
call it.
vetted.
Oh, they're going to be properly vetted, but you know, you're talking about a lot of people. I think it's going to be very successful.
I do too.
If somebody's wrong, we actually are very, very nice because it makes it a lot easier legally. We give them their money back and we send them out.
Now, coming up, what President Trump did that made barons say, none of your business. Plus, an exclusive tour of the Oval Office. More of my
right
interview
in my
with
fucking
President
ass.
Trump and some surprises
Up my
next.
ass, dude.
This
you
week,
ain't gonna
President
go
Trump
any faster. There's
hinted
traffic in
that
front of
China's
us.
President Xi would be coming to the United States in the not too distant future. And there's also talk of a Beijing summit between the two. But what's the truth? Here's more of my interview with
I'm
President
not gonna
Trump.
ride dude's ass.
Is there going to be a summit in June?
It
with
could
Xi?
be. I mean, I wouldn't mind a summit, but there's going to be something else taking place. It's called April 2nd, and that's going to be tariffs. And China will pay, and other countries will pay.
Business
We've been
was right
ripped
in my
off
ass.
by
I think he
every
liked the Trump
country
stickers.
in the world, friend and foe.
I should have done
And
what he
on
did.
April 2nd, I call it the liberation of America. We've been the fat, dumb, foolish country that allowed everybody to rip us off, including our friends. Look at NATO.
Yeah.
Until I got involved in NATO, we were paying for the whole thing practically.
There's a lot of talk about a possibility of a recession, and CNBC had a report from the Fed saying they can't rule it out. It could actually happen. What can you say
everything can
to
happen.
what can you say to Americans
Anything can
tonight
happen.
who are concerned about the possibility of a recession, given the fact that you're trying to reorient the economy to a manufacturing economy again?
I think if
And we should
I
be a
didn't get elected, our
manufacturing
country would be
economy. I
finished
agree.
to start off with. And I think now that I did get elected, I think we're going to have the strongest economy in the history of the world. And I had that economy
Hopefully.
in 4 years with all the
We did,
harassment,
and we
with
had
all the
cheap
crazy
gas.
people after me, with all of the things that went on, even with COVID. I had the strongest economy in the history of our country. I had a stock market that went up 88%. 88%, #1 in history.
I'll read the
other
comments in a
markets went
minute.
up 66%, and I think like 71%.
Will we see a recession in 2025? Are you ruling it out?
We're going to have the strongest economic country in the history of the world, of the planet.
I think so.
We
I
are
think he's
taking in
right.
so much money. Now, some people are unhappy because, it has to come from somewhere. Some of it's going to come from Europe because not everybody's going to be doing as much business maybe in Europe and other places. But I can only speak for the United States, and I am a nationalist, and I'm proud of it. I love this country, and I want to help other countries too. Look, I'm the one, if it wasn't for me, they wouldn't be talking peace in Ukraine and Russia because they're not Americans being killed. They're Ukrainian soldiers and Russian
That they're
soldiers, and I'm
kidnapping
trying
off
to
the
make
streets
peace.
and forcing into the
And-
army.
And again, it
I've
has
seen the
not
videos.
that much to do other than we don't want to be paying Bill. Biden spent $350 billion on that war, got nothing for it.
How do interest
And we
rates
don't even get our
end
money
up
back.
going down when we're servicing our debt to the tune of about $1.2 trillion
we
a
have a
year,
lot
and
of
there's
money.
still deficit spending in Congress? How do we do that?
We have to pay off our debt. We have to start paying it off. Look, we're very under-leveraged when you look at the asset value of this country, but we're over-leveraged in terms of cash flow. We're going to have a big cash flow. We're going to take in.
That's good.
For years, we allowed our country to be raped and pillaged.
Yeah.
Raped and pillaged.
I
Terrible
agree.
expressions.
Especially
and
under
that's
Joe
what
Biden.
happened. Much of it was done by our friends. Look at the European Union. We can't sell cars to them, but they sell millions of cars to us.
That's
They don't
fucked up.
take our agricultural product, but we take theirs. The days are changing. We're not going to let this happen.
It's Barron's birthday on Thursday.
Oh, happy birthday,
and
Barron.
We've all, as a
Trump.
country, seen him grow up
Yeah.
and see him really grow up.
Full.
How often do you talk to him? Do you
very
talk to him every
tall.
day?
All the time.
What do you see for
All my kids. I speak to all my
What do you see for his future, given his aptitude in certain areas? Business, politics, what?
I think business, and I think he could probably, you know, if you look at my kids, all of my kids, they've been very good. They're very smart, always good students, always the big schools, the good schools, hard to get into schools. Barron's a very smart guy.
No one
But
in
Eric and
Europe
Don,
wants
Tiffany,
a
Ivanka,
crappy American car. well, we don't
they're
want their
smart people.
crappy cars
I'm
either.
lucky.
I don't want
Look,
their
you have to
crappy
be a little bit lucky
European
too.
cars.
It's not like that, but they seem to be very smart. Not only seem to be, they are
because our
very smart.
cars
And they're
are
good kids, and they work hard,
dog shit.
and they love
no,
our
they're
country,
not.
and they're proud of their father.
How are our cars dog shit? Our cars are not dog shit. We made plenty of good cars in America. We made the Chevy Caprice. We made the Ford Explorer. We made the 71 Chevelle. We've made the Nova. Nova wasn't that great of a car, but we had the Buick Grand National. Ooh, damn! Look at that. Go ahead, go past me. You're blocking the view. Holy shit, look at that. What the fuck happened there? What the fuck is that? The fuck? The fuck was that? How the fuck does that happen?
And, you know, we have a very good relationship.
That's
You
a
talked
crappy
the other day
European
about how
car.
music
I didn't see
was
what
your
type of car it
aptitude
was,
as a
but-
child, that your father saw that you had a musical aptitude. And so it's kind of obvious in kids early on what they're good at. But is Barron's aptitude, in your view, business or politics?
Maybe technology. He can look at a computer. I'd try turning off his car, turn it off. I'd turn off his laptop. I said, oh, good. And I go back 5 minutes later, he's got his laptop. I said, how'd you do that? None of your business, Dad. No, he's got an unbelievable aptitude in technology.
What do you do when you can't sleep? Because you don't sleep. You're like me, you don't sleep at all. I know you just
Joe
don't need a
Biden
lot of
slept all
sleep.
the
But
time.
when you can't fall asleep, you wake up in the night, how do you go back to sleep?
Well, the only thing I totally admired about Sleepy Joe Biden is the following. He'd go to a beach. He'd lay down on a cot, barely able to get his feet through the sand. He'd lay down,
There he is on the beach.
and within minutes he's sleeping, and you have cameras watching him. I could never do that. I would never be able to sleep like that. It's about the only thing I think that was wonderful. It was a disaster. This man was a disaster. I don't
he
sleep
was.
much. You don't sleep much.
Pay attention if you want free.
I don't know ads, but that's America needs to make good cars again. Hey, Trump, put them people back to work on a futuristic-looking third-gen Camaro. Put government motors back to work and have them also make a futuristic-looking 70 to 72 Chevelle, and also put them back to work to making bring back Buick too, and bring back Pontiac. Bring back Pontiac. Pontiac was good.
Way. Unfortunately, the enrollment period for
A lot of people that love what they're doing don't sleep much, I find, and so far it's been okay.
The Declaration of Independence, Diet Coke. Yeah, that's a combination I never thought I'd be asking about in the White House. But after our interview in the diplomatic room, President Trump took us on an
All right, we
exclusive
gotta go
tour
back to this
of
Marine
the
base
Oval
now,
Office.
so we're gonna be back in a few
you
minutes
brought-
after we get there.
How many paintings into the Oval Office this time? Very different from the
I'm going to
first.
show you a lot. It's much different, never been like that. You had some of those paintings in vaults and safes for 100 years.
Wow.
They haven't been exposed.
How did you pick?
I went by the presidents. I picked presidents, almost all presidents, some Supreme Court justices. After you.
Are you paving over the grass here?
What was happening is they're supposed to have events. Every event you have, it's soaking wet.
Yeah.
It's soaking wet, and people get, and the women with the
Showing
high
the White
heels,
House,
it's just
he's
too
talking
much.
You did the
about-
Kavanaugh.
That's where we
Kavanaugh
did.
thing.
That's right.
Amy Coney Barrett.
The
I wish
grass
Trump would
just-
invite
it
me to
doesn't
the
work,
White
and you have
House.
a gorgeous
Hey,
stone
Trump's
and
people,
everything
can I
else.
get an invitation to
But,
the White
use
House?
it for press conferences, and it doesn't work because the people fall into the, into the wet.
The
soaking
roses
wet.
stay, the grass
The
goes.
roses stay. No, it's a rose garden.
I wish
No,
I
all
could
of
get an
this stays.
invitation to the White
Just
House.
the
That'd be
center
cool.
section. It's gonna. I think it's gonna be beautiful. I
That
think
makes
it's gonna
some
be
great
more beautiful.
videos.
Look at that view over there. See that?
Pretty nice.
Look at that. How is that? Pretty good.
Pretty beautiful.
It's a great place.
So you thought there's no doubt you're coming back into office when you walked out of here.
Well, I felt that, but I didn't know.
That's
And let me say it. I didn't know if I was going to run. because
And I'm
I
glad you did, and
knew
I'm
how
glad
much
you
I won
won.
that election by. But if I thought I didn't win the election, I absolutely wouldn't have run.
Wow.
But because of the fact I did so well, it was such a horrible.
But if you didn't run, they would never come after you legally. They never would have done all that to you. If you didn't run, they would have let you alone.
I
And
was
that's why
told,
Trump
so I
needs
took
to
a big
restore
chance.
gun
Yeah.
rights to
You
felons.
sure
I
did.
no, I took a big risk, actually.
And the mugshot.
Nobody's ever told me that. What you just said,
Potholes
nobody's
everywhere.
ever said
What
it.
the
That's
fuck,
exactly
man?
correct. If I didn't run, none of the.
Oh, no. They wouldn't have had any investigation. None
Look,
of it.
they
would have.
hated me, but you have to get on with your
They'd
life.
be on to the next target.
Right.
They would have been on to the next
Very
target.
interesting. You're right about that.
Yeah. But that's a pretty big. That's a pretty big gamble.
That was a big risk. So this is
That
the
was a
Oval
big
Office,
risk, 'cause
and
if he
we've
lost, I'm
spent
sure
a lot
Joe
of
Biden
time
would have
and a
put
lot
him
of
in
effort,
jail.
and we've taken a lot of great paintings out of the vault. And I don't know, maybe you could circle that somehow. So here's a question I ask.
They're showing the White
Reagan
House.
has a place of prominence, and George Washington has a place of prominence. And I've asked this question maybe 200 times. People come in. I said, so who would you put in the place of prominence, George Washington or Ronald Reagan? Who would you put?
Washington.
So far, it's 219-0. And they like Reagan.
Oh, I love Reagan.
But here's what they like more than anything. So this is
Gulf of
the Declaration of
America.
Independence.
Wow.
And they ask
Oh, he put the
that this be
Declaration of
done.
Independence on the
It's
wall of the
never
White
been
House.
up. It's been in the vaults for many, many decades.
Oh, cool. He's about to show it.
And they said, we have to do something like drapes or something because the light eventually affects it. And it's very cool.
Oh, wow. Look, that's the Declaration of
Just went up
Independence.
Yesterday.
Oh, that's cool.
Think Joe Biden would do this? I don't
Hell
think so.
no.
Do you
Joe
think he'd
Biden-
think of it? Do you think he knows what it is?
You don't know what that shit is.
But this was, none of these pictures were up. Oh,
Gulf of
very
America,
few.
too, there.
Very little.
And the Declaration of
And it's
Independence.
been,
That's the original
been,
Declaration of Independence.
Now, there's a lot
I wish
more
I could get
than
invited there to
about
see
you're
it.
Bringing in the gold accents to Trumpify the Oval
Trumpify.
Office.
it needed a little life.
So you have the mantle, and you have the cherubs from.
That's right.
Is that from Mar-a-Lago?
Yeah, that's actually, they're gold, all gold, look. And you know, it's angels. They say angels bring good luck. And we need a lot of luck in this country with what
Yeah, we
they've done
do.
over the last 4 years.
I agree.
So take a look. Do you know that little secret? I don't know if you're going to waste your time putting this on, but throughout the years, people have tried to come up with a gold paint that would look like gold, and they've never been able to do it.
Can't do it.
You've never been able. Look at that look. You've never been able
that looks
to
like real
match
gold.
gold with gold paint. That's why it's gold. And this is very
it's real
important.
gold or it's gold?
Very proud of
Gulf
this.
of America. He's pointing to his sign of Gulf of
And in
America.
fact, Elon said to me, you know, we're landing in the Gulf of America. So he was saying, and he said it naturally. He said it so routinely. He said, yeah, the capsule, you know, is landing in the Gulf of America. So
Oh, the
I
capsule
told
that
Elon,
had
"Where
that
is it
Joe
dropping down?" He
Biden's
said,
mess
"Gulf
that
of
Elon Musk
America."
had to clean
How
up.
cool is that, right?
What do you think all these presidents would think right now about
I think
the
they'd
state
be
of the
proud of our
country?
country. I think a year ago they would have been disgraced by our country, and I think
I
today
agree.
they're proud of our country. This is the Resolute Desk, by the way. I had that just redone by an unbelievable group. They do only the White
Oh,
House.
he refurbished the White House
They do only
desk,
very
too.
special. This is the Resolute Desk. Many great presidents sat behind
Steve
that
Trump,
desk,
did
and
you
many
smell?
didn't. I mean, you know, they have 7.
drink coffee.
When you're president, they give you a choice of 7 desks. This is the one.
Why? Why did you want this?
Just like I like the history.
I wonder if that's the desk you had last time.
Reagan, you had Kennedy. That was the famous one with John, who I knew very well, and he was a
Oh,
friend of
wow.
mine. He was a great guy. He
That's
would have
John F.
been
Kennedy's
maybe
desk.
president someday. He would have been a real chance to be president. He was going to get into politics. He was actually a great guy. John. But remember when he was a young boy, the picture of him at the bottom of the desk.
Where's the Coke button?
That's John.
It's right here.
Kennedy.
Everyone
that
thinks that's
on
the
the desk?
nuclear. Everyone
here?
thinks that's the nuclear weapon. They think it's a nuclear weapon. They say if I
What is
press
that
this,
button?
it's the end of the world.
He pressed it.
And then there's like
And it doesn't seem
50,000
to work out that
50 to 50.
What is
Isn't
that
that
button
beautiful
for?
over there? But to me, you know what looks beautiful? The Gulf of America. Look at that.
I like
Which one's
that.
better? Which one?
The Declaration of Independence is better, but I do
I
like the
think
Gulf of
so.
America.
Isn't that cool?
What's the first time you signed? The way you sign your name, it's just people are so fascinated. But have you had that signature since you were little?
Pretty much, but it's become sharper. In other words, if I look at it from 20
Oh, a
years ago,
signature?
it was similar, but it was much softer.
And you like when your staff secretary reads out the executive orders to you when you're
No,
sitting
I only
here?
do that for the media, for the
Oh,
fake news.
okay.
This way,
For the
they
fake
read
news.
it out. And, you know, I'll do now.
I only do that for the fake
I don't
news.
even have to move. I'll do them, I'll sit here, I'll do them. And you can do a lot. They get a kick when I'm doing other work and doing a news conference when you had another guy that couldn't name his favorite ice cream. They always used to ask him, what's your favorite ice cream? Vanilla. Oh, great. He's done a press conference, ladies and gentlemen. It was crazy.
Will you talk to him again, do you think?
Yeah, I'll talk
Joe
to him.
Biden.
Sure.
Do you ever call any former
You should
president?
see-
President, do you call any of the former
No, not
presidents?
much.
No.
A lot was made out of the fact that I got along very well with President Obama, right? You saw that.
Yeah,
I didn't know
But
that.
I can, you know, I can do things that a lot
Oh,
of
there's
people-
him and Obama
Pretty much
talking.
all of them.
I
At one
just
point.
didn't like the job they did. Because it's not about friends. I didn't like the job they did. They let our country
I didn't
down.
either.
I'm Steve Ducey. I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here.
Alright, like, subscribe, share, thumbs up.
Telling analysis.
We have over 1,500 reviews on Google. This is the second time.
Make sure you turn your
Illinois
notification
Hammer
bell
bought
on
one.
so you know when I
really
go
love
live,
this
and
firm
then you can watch
because
the
you really
video
talk
live instead of
directly to
watching
them.
it after it's
And
live,
they
if you're
help
watching
you
this after
every
it's
step
live.
of the way, and they're looking out for your interests. That's what makes us so.
Now think about this. The president today going to collapse the Department of Education. That, whether you support it or not, is a big move. I was on the phone yesterday with Zelensky
And he
the day
should,
before with
because they're
Vladimir
wasting
Putin.
money in
By the way,
areas.
he's also trying to have a major meeting with energy sources to try to amp what's going on with their energy production. First time in 4 years, people have gone to the White House from natural gas and oil companies.
That's good.
To meet to talk about moving forward. All this leads to one thing. This is the president of the United States on hyperspeed to accomplish a myriad of things. And you wonder how the American people are receiving some of the things he's doing at the speed in which he's executing.
Yeah, he's
According
done
to
a
this
lot in the
poll,
last
there's a lot to
50
be happy
days.
about if you're a Republican.
He did more
what are these poll
he did
numbers?
more in one day than Joe
That
Biden
says
did in
that
his
of
whole
all
presidency.
voters that Fox News polled, 49% approve of Donald Trump. That
Oh, wow.
matches his high from April
How does he
of
only have
20
49%?
2020. And the
Oh,
high
I know
marks
how.
are among
Retards
women
that
and
are
black voters
uneducated.
and voters under the age of 30.
And go on
Look at the
fake
Republican
news.
number. 92% of Republicans approve.
And
That's good.
about 4 in 10 independents. Here's what's going on though. Take a look at, we've got a
8% of
great
Democrats
graphic
approve.
if you're a Republican in Congress, because they are now at an all-time high. Now they have Republican congressional members of Congress have a 43% approval, and as you can see, back in 2013 it was 20%. So it has doubled. 88% of the one of the reasons is because 88% of Republicans are backing the Republican Party today, as opposed to a couple of years ago when only about half of Republicans backed the party.
And
So
when you
that's
look-
all good news.
And when you look at the party of resistance, the Democratic Party, only 30% approve right now, and that's dropping drastically because in January 2023 it was at 42. Is that they become the party of the resistance, and they're not working at all. They're not trying to work with the president. They did not stand for the kid with cancer. They did not stand for the parents that lost their children to illegals. They're not even turning over the illegals to the police right now. They're against the flight. Everything that this president is doing right now. Joe Biden, his mental decline, they lied to them about the issues on a day-to-day basis. They said that the inflation was transitory and the people were feeling it at home. So they're not listening to them. The president is speaking to the American public on a day-to-day basis, and it looks like he has the wind in his sails right now.
When you look at it,
crazy. It's 40 degrees and there's still snow on the ground. Here.
In bigger numbers than ever before for Donald Trump, but there's a caveat. You know, they worry don't go too far.
Yeah, you're right, Lawrence, about the legacy. They're not making money anymore. People are turning off their TVs. You want to hear all sides of the story, right? So they weren't telling the positive stories of Donald Trump, thinking it was going to affect the election, but America was smarter.
Right, because they're on the wrong side of so many issues. I watched the mayor of Boston yesterday.
Unbelievable, right?
Prideful she is that she's protecting legal immigrants, including criminals.
I agree, and Chicago's mayor, and New York's mayor. All right, we got to get in this Marine base again. We'll come back.
The president's way. These judges, and they're hand-picked liberal judges who are going on party lines. They're activists, and the president is not.
All right, we got to get in this Marine base. What y'all say in the comments? People driving distracted. We're talking about new cars. Okay, that's what I'm saying. They need to bring back the Chevy Caprice. They need to bring back other good cars that were made by America. Look at vulnerability ratings. You're right. I don't know. Hold on. Well, thank you for all your comments, Mike A. Hopefully you're subscribed. Alright, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, share, hit thumbs up, and thank God he won for president. Because otherwise, we'd be pretty fucked up right now in this country. If Camilla won out, that would have been a disaster. Make sure you turn on your notification bells.